everyone and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about my wedding. So I got married in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It was really a hard choice where to have a wedding. That's kind of like step one of like how to plan a wedding. It's like pick your location. But I was having so much difficulty with that. I had no idea where to go. And my family, I'm originally from West Virginia, and my family's all from there. Now my husband's family, he is all over. He's scattered all over like his family is. So it was either kind of everybody come to West Virginia or we can like all go somewhere else. So I was originally looking for places in West Virginia at my church, at all these different places, like venues and stuff. And everything was so expensive, and then my church didn't really have an option to where we could have like a sit-down reception without like going to another location, and that was going to be so expensive. So I don't know, I just really didn't like any of the options that I had there locally, and I'm originally from Charleston, so in that area I didn't really like any of the options without spending a huge amount of money, which I don't have. Like, I just graduated college and like we're just trying to buy a couch. Like, we bought a couch, but like at that point in my life I was like, I'm not going to spend all this money because we just really can't afford it. And so anyway, we ended up going with Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We went with the chapel in the park. My parents had already been to a wedding with them before and they loved it. And we looked it up and the price was right. I was able to have a wedding at a chapel and a wedding reception after. So it was kind of everything was taken care of. It's a one-time fee. Pay everything in advance, or like I think you can pay it like up to 30 days before. I don't know their policy, but I paid it way before just to have like everything done. After you're there, you select a package. You can do it all online. They have it all on there for you and exactly what to pick out. Pick out your flowers, pick out your cake design and your cake flavor. I think it even comes with like tuxedo rental or like dress rental, but I didn't do that. I ended up buying my own dress. So, and the thing is when you cancel things that are on your package, they give you a credit. So I didn't use the limo or the tuxedo rentals. There was something else. Oh, and I think it came with a honeymoon cabin. I ended up not using that because I found my own. So it came with all those things and they give you a credit onto your account if you don't actually use theirs. So that's really nice. I really like that aspect of it. So we did that. We did chapel in the park. It was beautiful. It's really cool because Smoky Mountain National Park is really close to there, and it's literally like right on the border. So you have like this little chapel in the woods, and it's not actually in the national park, but it's so close. It's like all the trees are the same. It's beautiful. Our pictures came out so awesome. Like, it was so nice. Yeah, and the package came with a photographer. So really it had everything I wanted. It had the wedding in a cute little chapel that had like a changing room and all of that sweet stuff. You can also pick if you want real flowers or fake flowers. Fake flowers are obviously cheaper, but in my personal opinion, I think you should always go with real flowers because it's your wedding and you only do it once. But I understand if you can't afford it and you're like, flowers die, which I'm like that sometimes, but I really wanted a real bouquet for my wedding. One thing to keep in mind is with the flowers, you kind of just tell them about what you want. So I wanted purple and ivory, and I just told them that, and they took that and they did what they want with it. And it came out beautiful. Like, here's a picture of what my flowers looked like, and I just loved it. I'm not one of those people that's like very particular. Like, they find something on Instagram and they're like, I must have this one thing. Like, I was very go with the flow. Like, I was like, I'm sure it's beautiful. It's a flower. All flowers are beautiful, right? Like, they're all beautiful. So I'm just not that type of girl that's like picky about that kind of stuff. So, but I'm sure if you like talk to them and you were like, this is really important to me, I think they would be able to make an exception, but it's probably at a higher cost. So the next thing I want to mention is lodging. I highly recommend, because this is the favorite part, one of the favorite parts about the whole wedding, is my parents rented out a log cabin to house my entire family plus my bridesmaids. So we were able to all just pile in, get together, be together, spend time with family. That's really the most important part of a wedding, is spending time with your family and like celebrating this experience with each other. And it was so much fun. We actually had like the rehearsal dinner at the cabin. We just were all there and we talked and hung out and did a little practice of like what we were gonna do. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think it could have been any better. It was beautiful. It was so fun. We got like takeout from like a good barbecue place and it was delicious. Another thing to really keep in mind is everything turned out so good that we booked online except for one thing, and that was our honeymoon cabin. Don't get me wrong, it was beautiful and I loved it. However, online it said that it was located in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. So that's like a little ways from Gatlinburg. They have a lot of touristy things, like the Titanic Museum, which was so much fun, and like a bunch of little shops and restaurants. Anyway, this cabin said it was really close, like, or actually it said it was in Pigeon Forge. Like, I'll send you, like, this is the screenshot, that's what it said. In reality, it was in Sevierville, which was like 20 minutes north. So it was like every time we wanted to like go somewhere, we had to drive 20 minutes. And really our favorite place was Gatlinburg. We didn't know this because I haven't been there in a long time, and I honestly thought Pigeon Forge was more fun because when I was a kid I liked all that kitschy stuff. As like more of an adult, I like Gatlinburg way better. You have shops, you have classy shops. It's not like a bunch of junk, like touristy junk like that Pigeon Forge is. Yeah, I would not recommend that. I would only recommend like housing that's in Gatlinburg that's really close. So look out for the website Cabin of the Smokies or Cabin in the Smokies. If they won't give you the address, I suggest you do not book with them. Make sure they give you the address that you can tell that it's close by to town, because honestly, like, it was fine, but it would have been better if like we could have been a little bit closer. I don't know, we were just really deceived and we had a bad experience. Right after the wedding we were like off, and like the reception was over and we went to the cabin and they had all of this trouble. They never sent us the address, so we had no idea where to go. We were just waiting in Gatlinburg in like a restaurant parking lot forever. And then they finally sent us the address, and then we went there and there was like nothing there. And then they sent us the wrong address. It was just a bad experience, and we were on the phone like on hold for like an hour. Yeah, I don't know, it was just a bad experience. But after that we were good, it was fine. But yeah, I don't know, that's just like something to keep in mind. I mean, you live and learn. So it was like a good learning experience, and we're not people that are very like picky about that kind of stuff. We're like, okay, whatever, we'll figure it out. But we were literally waiting in like my wedding dress and his tuxedo for like 2 hours, just waiting in the car, and we were like, I don't know, that actually did suck, kind of. I mean, it was fine, but I don't know, like, put yourself in my shoes, wouldn't you be kind of like. So anyway, I'm trying to think what else. You can pick out your food. They let us pick out the food, and the package came with a photographer. So that was the thing about doing it at home. It's like there was no all-inclusive packages. Like, you had to pay for your own photographer, you had to pay for your own food, you had to pay for, like, and everything was separate. So everything was so expensive. It's like everything was like 1,000, 15, 2,000. I was like adding up, and I was like, that's not gonna happen. So this was great because it includes all of those things, and they've done it so many times. They like know exactly what to do. So I loved it. Chapel in the Park, I love you guys. You guys did an amazing job. It's such a great memory between me and my husband that we are forever grateful for, and we'll for sure come back. And I don't know, I just always treasure my time there in the Smoky Mountains because Oh, it was so fun. And the restaurant that we ate at every night, like literally every day, it's like either for lunch or for dinner, was Johnny Rockets. We are big fans of burgers and fries and milkshakes. And it was like every day we were like, oh, it's our honeymoon, should we like go get something nice to eat? And we were like, yeah, we could do that. We could go get like steaks or like, I don't know, like a good, and then we were like, should we go to Johnny Rockets? And oh, it was so good. I got like, I can't remember what I got, but it was like a burger. I don't know if it was bacon burger. It was like a burger with cheese, lettuce, tomato, pickle. And then they have endless fries, and we got fries, and they have the best ranch. Anyway, I'm very particular about my ranch. It has to be like a homemade ranch, or like, you know how when you home make it, it's like mayonnaise and then like milk and then like the seasoning, or like Hidden Valley Ranch. Anyway, if you have that, I'm in like hog heaven, because I love dipping my like fries in that. It like gives me shivers even thinking about it. It was so good. We ate that like every single day. And then there's this Italian place that's really good. But yeah, we just had fun. We ran around. We were there for like 3 or 4 nights because we had to come back for work. And yeah, it was just great. I highly recommend having your wedding there because it was just such a blast, and I wouldn't change anything except for that cabin. I wouldn't have booked that cabin. But the other cabin that my mom booked was like fine, but it had the address on there, so she knew it was close. So only book a cabin if you have the address, because it'll bite you in the butt. Because I feel like they scam you. Here's the thing, they scam you because they're like, oh, this is in Pigeon Forge. And then like we called them and we were like, this isn't in Pigeon Forge, it's Sevierville. And she's like, oh, it's like the same place. And we're like, no, it's not. It's like 20 minutes north. Like, so I'm not one to complain, but I'm just saying. Just saying.